Welcome to a new video. Today we are going to study sets. It is one of the important and fundamental part of mathematics because it is widely used in different branches that includes probability, relations and functions, sequences, geometry, etc. So, to study sets and understand its properties is very important when you are studying mathematics. So, in this video, we are going to study what is set and some common sets. The theory of sets was developed by German mathematician named Georg Cantor. And now, what is a set? A set is defined as a collection of well-defined objects or elements. So, a set is a well-defined collection of objects or elements. Here, it is important to note down the term well-defined. So, what is well-defined means? It means that we can definitely decide whether a given particular object belongs to a given collection or not. For an example, if you are talking about the vowels in the English alphabet, we know the vowels in the English alphabets are A, E, I, O, U. So, if you are talking about the vowels in the English alphabet, it is clear that it includes A, E, I, O and U. If you are talking about B, we can definitely say it is not in that collection. If you are talking about I, we can definitely say it is there in that collection. So, if we can definitely decide whether a particular object belongs to the collection or not, then that type of collection of objects or elements are called sets. So, we already discussed about an example, that is a collection of vowels in English alphabet. We know they are A, E, I, O and U. So, this collection is a set because we can definitely say which are in the set and which are not in the set. So, sets are a well-defined collection of objects or elements. Can you say another example? We can say one more example here. It is odd natural numbers below 8. Can you say what are the elements inside the set? It is very clear. The elements inside the sets are 1, 3, 5 and 7. So, these are the elements inside this set. There is a set of odd natural numbers below 8. In this way, we can create many number of sets. For another example, we can say countries participated in FIFA World Cup 2018. So, it is a well-defined one. There are how many number of countries are there and what are those countries? It is clear. So, in this way, you can also define many sets. Try to make number of sets like this. But remember that it must be a collection of well-defined elements or objects. Let us consider another case here and you can now say whether this is a set or not. That is, I am saying best 3 cricketers in India. Who are the best 3 cricketers in India? You may say it is Dhoni, Sachin and Kohli. I may say it is Dravid, Sachin and Ganguly. The other person may say it is Kapil Dev, Gavaskar and Sachin. But it is not a well-defined set. You cannot say this clearly whether an object or an element is inside the set or not. So, these type of collections are not a set. So this is an example of a collection that is not a set. Again, remember that a set is a well-defined collection of objects or elements. So I think you understood what is a set. Before studying more about sets, it is important to understand about some common sets. First common set we are going to study here is integers and is denoted as capital Z. So what is an integer? An integer is a collection of whole numbers. We know it includes negative numbers, 0 and positive numbers. So the integers are numbers without any fraction. So it is from etc. up to -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. So they include negative, 0 and positive whole numbers. So we studied one important common set here. It is integers and it is denoted as Z. Second type of common set here we are going to study is a set of natural numbers. We know it is represented as capital N. What is a natural number? They are the integers greater than 0. So the integers greater than 0, it includes 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. We know these are numbers we use to count. So they are also called counting numbers. So we got another common set. It is a set of natural numbers. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Third common set here we are going to study is a set of rational numbers. It is represented as capital Q. A rational number is a number which can be expressed as a ratio of two integers. Or we can say it is a fraction of two integers. So here P and Q are two integers, and if we can represent a number as P divided by Q, then that number is a rational number. And remember, Q cannot be 0. So numerator P can take any integer value, but the denominator Q can take integer values except 0. We know we can express all integers as a rational number with the denominator is equal to 1. So all integers are also rational numbers. Now the fourth common set here we are going to study is irrational number, and is represented as capital T. These irrational numbers are numbers which cannot be written as simple fraction. So it cannot be written as P by Q. Some example of irrational numbers are pi, root 2, Euler's number E, etc. So these numbers that we cannot represent or return them as simple fraction of two integers, or we cannot represent them as ratio of two integers. So they are called irrational numbers. The last common set here we are going to study is real numbers. That is a set of real numbers. It is represented as capital R. A real number is a value of a continuous quantity that can represent a distance along a line. So it includes both rational and irrational numbers. So real numbers includes all numbers except imaginary numbers. We know there are imaginary numbers also, and we will study about them in future classes. So here we studied 5 common sets and their representations. So they are integers, that is represented by Z, natural numbers represented by N, rational numbers represented by Q, irrational numbers represented by T, and real numbers represented by R. You should remember one more thing while representing these common sets. That is, you can represent a positive or negative within the group by adding a plus or minus sign as a superscript of these symbols. For example, if you write Z plus, it represents positive integers. You know, positive integers are 1, 2, 3, etc. and is same as natural numbers or counting numbers. In the same way, you can represent R minus as negative real numbers. You can represent Q plus as positive rational numbers. Like that, you can represent any common set as a positive or negative group within that set. So these are some common sets and their representations. So in this video, we studied about what is a set and some common sets and its representations. In coming sessions, we will study more about sets and its operations. Keep learning.